Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Episode
Good morning.
14. Couple of kooks. How are we doing today? Chat, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, everyone.
Gonzo, the first couple of kooks with this man as an old man. Baby came. Congratulations, brother. I'm very happy for you. Hello, Mom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, here we are. Another episode. Spaceman kits have been sent out. So if you ordered one of those, soon your life will be complete, and you can start thinking about other things like what to do with it. Morning, Charles.
Morning, Charles. If you did order a kit, if you were a DFW, and I have not sent you a tracking number, just hit me up on Messenger today or my email, and I'll send you the tracking number. Everything's out except Max and Kimmy. Then got to finish some stuff up for Kimmy to send to them, and I'll ship that out tomorrow.
Noise.
And that kind of leads to there were a few changes to the kit since the last episode. The first change is the backpack. It's twice as large.
Nope.
Twice as big. A little heftier, a little better. But now you can slide the gun on there. And because of the way the gun's shaped and because of the way this is shaped, you can slide it in there either way. And it can go on either side. So if you guys left-handed, right-handed, however you want to pull the rifle off, now it's part of it. The other change is that the hoses. I was going to try to do the two, and I showed you guys how to string that through the chest. I thought that was a lot of extra work. So instead of getting two long pieces, you're gonna get four of these, so that you could, if you wanted to paint this thing up and get it, tweaked the way you wanted it, you can string this at the end and just push it through the holes instead of trying to string it from the inside. That just takes a little bit of the stress out of putting this thing together. That was one of the more difficult parts, and it will just free move in there back and forth. You'll have just a little more room. I put it together, and I was going to do a two pistols akimbo type pose, and it was too tight for that. So doing this gives you just a little more room. So if you did want to do the two guns or a more extreme pose, you can do that, and the hoses won't tighten up and move the other arm or pull out. That was the reason for this change. So that's what you're gonna get, four of those. And I also, and I may have talked about this last time, I printed some different heads. They're the same head, just in a more darker, kind of cool gray blue. I really thought the color was cool. So I printed those off, and you guys got those. So basically, everybody that was at DFW got the full 50-piece kit. Like everything I've done so far, the only difference between yours and productions, number one, they're black. Those will be the only black ones we ever make, except for possibly a giveaway or something. And then you guys got that blue head. All the other astronaut kits will either have the mustache hooded head or the no mustache hooded head. So that's how those will be.
Nice. Tony, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Tony.
Sure. After you catch us, you go over and see the world premiere LSWA this morning.
Oh, sweet. What time is that?
That is noon our time, 1 for everybody else. Right after us. Go get some. Crown Slayer's excited, picked up an orange barbecue buck for his project. That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome. Joe Fan, sorry he was at work. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Have a great day, sir.
Yep, have a good one, man. Hey, Dan.
Sir. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Being able to carry the rifle on the backpack, that's always a big plus. We like that.
Well, especially if you're going to go with a gunslinger type build with two pistols, you need somewhere for the gun to go. The backpack seemed a little small to me after I did it. So this larger one just I think looks better, and the side profile really gives it a bulkier look on the back, which I really like. Later we'll have other backpack stuff, but for now that is the kit, and that's what we're going to be offering.
Nice.
So I did want to show you guys this. I'm working on a tutorial for the helmet, right? Everybody's going to get a helmet that's kind of foggy like this. Uh, when it first comes off the printer, it's beautiful. Uh, it really is. But once you clean all of the resin off, all those little layers, those 3/100ths of a millimeter layer, uh, they're all catching light. So it makes it look dull. And that's the problem. So there's a few ways to handle that. Um, I know I've talked about it before. The way we orientated this version that everybody is getting, there's no piece in the top. There's not like a little thing in the top, but there is one right here, kind of on the back. Okay, hold on to it. But that guy there is very smooth. It's just an imperfection, and it can be sanded out, with a 600 sandpaper. So I am gonna, if you're gonna go the full sanding route, which if you really want it to be as perfect as possible, that's going to be your best way because there won't be any yellowing outside of the basic what the resin's going to do if it's exposed to really bright light for very long. This probably will yellow over time. So you most plastic does, most clear plastic does. But I'm going to send you guys a link to a some sanding pads that I got. I bought these on Amazon for $9, $8.99, and it's a nice small size, but it's 400 up to 3,000 grit. Um, and in the video in the tutorial, I'm going to take these and slice them in half this way, so it's just enough to wrap around your finger to get inside that helmet. This is too big. You'll be scratching the other side in ways you don't want to. You really want to control your finger. Your finger's good for this, right? You don't have to have a special tool. You just kind of hold it around your fingers and go around that inside. The outside's super easy because you put it in your hand basically and do this until it looks smooth. Mikey just posted that link. It's $9. So if you're not sure what sanding pads you have, what you don't have, I really like these because they're thin. Uh, the ones you get like at the auto body shop are about a quarter-inch thick. These are just a little thinner, but they still give you the pad you need to not dig in with your fingers. And that's something you watch, especially if you're doing flat panels or large surfaces. You got to be really careful about digging in with your finger and putting a groove in paint or in the body, or if you're working on something very large. Those things don't seem noticeable, but they are. But what I want to show you is, I think last week I talked about this Duplicolor 1K. I bought this at O'Reilly's, and it's not cheap. It was like about $26. But this is, if you look at a lot of the guys that do model building on YouTube, paint, trying to come up with the right chromes and the best finishes, this Duplicolor 1K is probably the best clear you can buy that you don't have to apply with an airbrush. It is really good. To show how good it is, I shot one coat on the inside and one coat on the outside of one of these this morning. Well, last night, this morning, where was all this thing? Anyway, so this was what I got just doing the spray, not even sanding, not doing anything with it, but spraying it. And to do that, I tape off the outside, spray the inside, pull that tape, and then spray the outside after it gets tacky. This will dry to where you can respray it you do it in 10-minute intervals. But I think that was just one coat. Two coats would be perfect. I think two coats would really make it look good. I'm going to show this to you.
Hmm. I don't know what's going on there, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so sanding pads, those look pretty good. Amazon sent a link. Yes, they are easily cut down into different shapes. Pretty nice. Mo slipped in. Morning, Mo. How are you, sir? Gun Bunny says the self-etching primer that Duplicolor makes is awesome too. Okay, okay. Take note, brothers. Take note. Self-etching primer. Okay. I think we would definitely use that when Dad and I used to do models. We used this self-etching. That is very handy. This feels weird. Okay. Okay. There he is. There he is.
Sorry. It's great internet when it works.
Most of it is when it works.
Yeah. Okay, so I did want to show that this gray that I showed with the backpack, this will be what the kits are made out of. It's called white smoke, and it's a very similar color to the like Cobra Snake armor. A little lighter than Deep Six. The shark is about this color. I just think it looks really good. So you get that in that color, and then all of the guns, the backpack, and the batteries will be in a gray color called space gray, and then the heads will be in. Let me show you the most recent little print that I've been doing. Oh, there we go.
Crown Slayer this morning. I've been wrapping up a bunch of heads that I've been working on for various people. I've got 13, 15 heads that I've been working on. A couple for me, but mostly others. So kind of random, but a lot of heads. Look at this mess.
It is a mess. Thanks for pointing that out, bud. But this will be the head color. This is called red clay. It's one of the more better resins that you can get. But you can see here, this is going to be the color. I talked to Mikey about this a little bit, and this kind of reddish hue is really nice to paint base colors on. It's pretty neutral, but it still has an earth tone, which is what you want. But you can see here, the details are really nice. It's a really pretty resin. I ran some kits just to do some testing on the bed. Here is the gray for the guns. These are all fresh off the printer. This is before I popped them in did the cleaning process and put them in the oven, light oven. So that's that. Those are the colors. They're going to be that light gray for the armor. And basically that's just a nice primer color. The way this material works, it does cover really nice. It takes color really well. So that's what we're doing there. other than that, Mikey and I also talked about, I've had a couple of people concerned about being able to build this kit themselves. So Mikey and I are going to, they're going to offer a service. We're not going to paint bodies for this price, but we will paint the armor and assemble the figure for you, and whatever color you want. We'll do we'll gloss coat the helmet and do all that for you. And we're gonna package that deal up, and what that's going to be is you're going to get this full kit. You're going to get painted armor. You're going to get it assembled on a Destro body that we will provide, and that is going to be $200 shipped. And Mikey's card is very full right now, so I will be doing those for a while until Mikey can have some time to take some of that over. He may have to do some faces, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm sure somewhere they make a magnifying glass that would let me see that size, but I haven't found it yet, and I'm not sure that if I found one, it would be small enough that I could use my hands in front of it. So, but that's where we're at. So if you do want to build this, yeah, if you want it, but you don't want to put it together, or you're afraid you can't paint it, or you're afraid you can't assemble it, we'll do it. And that will be everything that I did in the show last week, which I'm trying to edit and cut into one tutorial to build it. But that's what you get for $200. You get the full thing painted in the color of your choice: black body on the figure, black hood on the astronaut. So that option is there. So if you do want that, let me know. We are still offering the kits for $90 ship to the U.S. I am shipping one tomorrow to our good buddy Ray overseas. I hooked him up this week. He's getting a few other kits, making it worth the shipping to go to Europe. So, like with anything else, really good with that.
And just like that, Americans were bringing Palatoy stuff into the UK. Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, he wanted some assault kits. I don't know if you guys saw, Ray Murphy did a jungle colored version of the assault trooper, and
it's fantastic.
It's really great. It's really beautiful.
Let's see if I can find that real quick.
I've been doing a bunch of testing resins and finding. Sometimes it's just cool to. Oh. Okay. I will look that up. Well, it's pretty thin, and it has these recesses to go in. I would say that if you wanted to drill some holes and do some stuff, you could use that. Remember, you have a ton of space back here where you could mount small batteries, put LEDs in there. You could also use the battery pack that's on his belt to put your batteries and run your wire up to the backpack. But you have plenty of room in here, and you could run those LEDs through these vents. All right. So there are some things you could do with that. It's not very thick. It's less than 2 millimeters thick. The plastic is, but like I say, you have all that space in here where the back peg is. Plenty of space to play around and get some wiring run and that sort of thing. If you want to do that, that's also you can run LEDs up through here if you wanted to light the helmet up. There's room around here to run the tiny wires around if you wanted to put lights in the front of the helmet to light up his face. So
yeah, this is what Ray did with the kit. He used an Alley Viper body.
yeah, he did. It looks really great.
It really does. So really, the only thing that changes for the kit is you can't use the armbands because Alley Viper has an armband on his arm, but the lower legs are flint, and then you get the nice grid pattern for the Alley Viper, and then he used the Alley Viper vest, and then put the pouches on it and kind of skimmed the harness over it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice build.
Yeah.
And he looks hefty, he looks heavy, he looks thick.
He does. He does. I like the bronze he used in the screens and the visor, even on the lens on the 85. That is top notch work. No surprise. Ray Murphy's a damn good customizer.
Yeah, kudos to Ray. Oh, really, that's
Here.
good. But keep that in mind if you still want to build the action assaults. This is a nice way to have if you wanted to build a squad to have a different, thicker body that looks like a different person. So yeah, so that's everything. Also, I've got a few hits on people wanting the armors, printing some up. Printing some up today, actually. Worked on them last night. And I'm going to start printing the light gray armor tonight and tomorrow. So I'm going to have several sets available. And yeah, I'd really like to get some out to everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think you got some spots you could run that. But yeah, the backpack does. It's not hollow, but there is lots of places you could run lights in here to this back. But I've definitely there is space inside this armor on both sides to run LEDs to make some pops. That's cool. That's awesome.
Nice. Nice.
Right.
So what's next?
Next is there's going to be another backpack kit.
Okay.
At least one flying version, and then I'm trying to work on something that's more of a heavy weapons type situation. There is going to be a gun that is basically a hole ripper, basically something that you would put against the side of a hull to cut into the hull of a spaceship, that sort of thing. That is going to be part of Mikey and I talked about an engineer, like a space engineer pack. So this would be somebody that does salvage. They would use this like to tear open, get a door or something open of an abandoned ship, and be able to have the tools and stuff to manipulate. And then I really want to get back on the little Rico pod, the little spaceship, to drop soldiers in. And then there's the Recon Marine kit for the other side of this. This guy is more of an air type space battle, and then there will be a ground trooper. And it's a totally different build, but it'll go on a Dusty body.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be the next figure kit, unless you and I come up with something else. And then I am also this week printing Thunder helmets. I don't know if people saw your Thunder custom. but it's got a movable visor. I'll be printing some of those kits up.
Nice.
The visor isn't clear. I don't have right now. I don't have enough stuff to do clear visors, and that actually for that really is kind of not needed. Thunders was black, so I'll probably print those in the space gray too, or in the white smoke too, because smoky white, whatever it is. That I'll probably print those in that color is an 8K resin. It's very vicious. It's very liquidy. So that is a really good resin to print in, and it allows you to really see the detail and not spend a lot of time messing with lines. Probably, I think around $10, and then you'll have to pay shipping on it. But we'll see. I may be able to once I see how many I can get printed on a bed. It may go down to where you can maybe get it shipped and everything for around $16.
Is it? It's just the helmet, right?
Just the helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the helmet. But it's funny the way that the shipping prices are working now. If I have something that's anywhere from nothing in the box to £2, it's the same price. So
yeah.
So yeah, so Gun Bunny, I'll holler at you when I have one that you can take. Send you one. I don't have an extra right now. I made the one for Mikey, and that one took a couple of tries before I finally got it all dialed in.
Looked good though. Real good.
It turned out really nice. Mikey's build was real good on that. So I'm not sure we'll ever get a Thunder in that line unless it's just part of some odd 2-pack or something.
Yeah, they may do what they did with Steeler. Who knows?
Yeah. Pretty odd choices.
Well, speaking of GI Joe 2-packs, I acquired one of these.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Went ahead, decided to spark my collection, as the sign says.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, Johnny with Brute Squad Entertainment picked it up for me because I was afraid I wasn't going to see him, because the other day, Tony, while he was live, Fox stopped by and found like everything, and I was like, oh shit, I'm going to go on lunch today. And the only thing I came back with was a cart full of disappointment. So, so I talked to Johnny, and he's like, well, I'm going to go do toy hunt if you want me to pick you up anything. And I was like, yes, if you find one of these, please pick it up. And then yesterday morning I was in Leavenworth and saw the whole display. So
yeah, I'd really like to have that set. I like it. That's probably going to be my favorite quick kick ever made.
He looks really good. What is up, sir? Awesome. Love that you're digging Crosshair, and now your kid's back to wanting Ryan Gosling. What happened to who was the last one? Chuck Norris, right? When the end of Chuck Norris, what happened? Ryan Gosling trumped Chuck Norris, the first time in world history somebody beat Chuck Norris, and it was Ryan Gosling. Awesome.
That's awesome, Jimmy. Yeah,
Nice.
Walmart canceled my crystal ball, so.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, I think 6 of them yesterday.
I might sometime be able to get one.
I don't think they're going to be as scarce as originally thought.
Yeah, I don't either. But that set in your hand might be.
Could be. It could be. I'm honestly, I'm just hoping they do Flint, since they did Beachhead in this color. I hope they do the Flint that goes with him.
I would like that too.
Yeah. Hell, I'm still waiting on my retro Flint. Still haven't seen that fucker.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'll be looking forward to getting him out of that horrible packaging.
Ours is there too. All right.
The list goes on.
Oh man, the charge bag is broken. Look at that shit. See, you assholes all bitching about gummy weapons, and now we've got fragile stuff. I blame you people.
Hey, Carson. Thank you.
Then.
I'm looking forward to seeing the display. I'm just not looking forward to dropping any money right now. So
it was cool to see everything. It did take me back to the Toys R Us days for sure.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool display.
The more I stood there and looked at it, I had stuff in my hand yesterday, and I was like, eh. So I didn't buy anything.
It would have been nice if Warbird was a Walmart exclusive so that she could be on that display.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Thanks, Carson. Let me know. Let me know on that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think this is the only Father Son Galaxy. I think this is the only version of Quick Kick that has ever piqued my interest.
Funny tidbit of information, that is the first figure that I got in that wave. Somebody, mom and dad got it for me when they went on a trip and came back with it. I was like, well, what else did they have? Who's this Flint guy on the back?
That seems odd. It seems like if your dad would have been looking at anything, Flint would have got him on the file card. Wichita, Kansas, pilot, you know. Apologies. I don't like gummy weapons. I don't use them no matter what they are. But it's the first time I've ever seen something broke in a Hasbro package. Man,
right out of the package.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's not happened before. Not with Joe's. Jeez.
GI Jetman is here.
What up, Jetman? Moo texted me and said, "Papa always looked for you." I'm guessing at the Joe's.
Yeah, that's the one I asked about. I wasn't trying to sound ungrateful. Just like, did they have this one? Because this one's cool. No, they didn't have that.
See this one? Get this one.
They didn't have that one. I did learn in this cleaning everything for the kits that the black resin that I used has a very similar chemical makeup to the resin I used to use when I worked for Bass Pro in the design.
Oh, good. So you're fucking up your skin again. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It actually looks 100% better than it did last week.
Jesus, perfect.
So I got some sleeves, and that should help cleaning. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty That's pretty badass. It's a fun combination of parts. I mean, I'm guessing copperhead, torso, and arms, but then low light lowers.
Wow.
It's an interesting combination. Dig it. I'm into it. This head's really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
That's badass looking. Next to Beachhead. Pretty dope.
Ken, I think a lot of people had that bad arm on Zorana.
He's got a lot of swords. The two in his backpack, and then they also gave him the these two. So he's well equipped.
It's nice.
Yeah. And as you do with a classified task force, you want to put their name and rank on right there on their plate carrier. You want to be sure you provide that information.
Sure.
Especially Night Force, like the most covert.
Yeah, I mean it's very common for covert operatives to just put their name and rank right there on the.
Yes, Spec Op. I think Spec Op started that.
Yeah.
I saw this one and I thought he was doing like a Peter Chris thing, like these were whiskers. I don't know what they are in all reality, no idea. But he's doing duck face, so that's the Instagram head.
I have to say that looks more like what was the guy that they did the 12-inch version of when they were doing the newer characters from Spy Troops and Valor Venom. The tracker, the Indian tracker.
Dart?
Yeah.
I think it looks like Dart.
Dart, or even the was it Nunchuck? Was that the one that they did without a face mask?
Yeah, Nunchuck.
It does look like him, doesn't it? With the reddish suit, the red bandana.
Yeah, it does. It does have Nunchuck vibes. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't just do that.
Just bring him in as Night Force.
Yeah, why not? Give yourself another ninja. I don't know. Why use that one when you have this one, though?
Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
That is very cool. Is Beachhead a straight repaint, or is he
straight repaint? Yep, nothing. Yeah, nothing new on him. But it's a really great figure, so I don't know why they'd have to change anything. He's simple.
It is a good figure.
But that's kind of the beauty of Beachhead. He's no flash.
Great business.
They even paid attention and kept the beret red. That's nice. Usually that's the kind of thing they change because they don't know anything about it, But that's nice. He looks great. He looks really good. And of course, they come with the regular accessories, and then.
Hey, Ladon, thanks for joining.
Good morning. You get Dusty's gun, but no bipod.
Oh well, yeah.
You get Snowjob's rifle.
I like that rifle.
It's all right.
How soft is it?
Huh?
How soft is it?
It's not soft. I mean, it's not soft. It's pretty impressive actually, and it's not really warped either.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's an upgrade for sure.
Honestly, it's impressive. Yeah. Regular.
Got a message here. Straight repaint from Hasbro? No way.
What?
It's hard to believe that they would do that.
What?
He also said, "Don't break
Repaint?
it, Mikey."
Huh? Don't break
He said,
it.
"Don't break it." Yeah. We go from gummy to dragon level fragile.
I mean, I can see that there's a mold defect here. So this was not broken because it was fragile.
Short shot.
Yeah, there was some kind of air bubble in between these two pieces, so it didn't ever have a chance. But for all the people for that to happen to, I'm glad it's me because I don't give a shit. Yeah, dude, that's a badass 2-pack, dude. I'm happy with it.
That's cool. I finally opened the last 4 months worth of stuff that I've gotten the other day.
Oh yeah.
I just took them out of the box. I haven't opened them yet. But
Oh okay. I thought you might have assembled a rattler or something.
no, it's supposed to be here today.
Oh, it's coming today.
Yeah,
Huh.
I am
Okay.
ready. I'm ready for it to be here. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't even know
Sure.
where I'm going to put the box right now.
While I got this camera view, I might as well show you the heads I've been working on.
Let's see them.
So this is Stormovic.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, pretty simple. So October Guard. I think this head is a mask character, but I kind of did like a
Oh
Thunderbolt
yeah,
Ross face with him.
that's cool.
And then anybody that's met this guy, this is Jimmy Purvis. So got him done. Um, this is a this is that the head that comes with this figure, this 112 crazy figure.
Oh yeah.
This is the head painted up. The guy wanted her to look like a baby doll,
Oh
so
okay.
that was what I went with there. The red cheeks and giant frickin' eyes. Yes, Jetman. Thank you, Miles Mayhem. That's it.
Miles
This is Uncle Buck.
Mayhem.
I
Cool.
tried something out on his hat to give it a pattern. So there's Uncle Buck for toy games,
That's cool.
and then um, there's Al Pacino for jerk.
Cool.
Wow. Oh. And then I did a pair of old Jack Burton. And this sculpt is really nice.
It's good. It's good. It really does look.
It's got to be the best Kurt Russell head I have found yet. So I got those, and then working on stuff for TK Storm. So he had a Mercer he wanted me to paint.
Oh yeah.
There's Mercer, and then he had these which he's using for Fred.
Oh cool.
So there's kind of an angry face, kind of a neutral face. Thanks, Mom. And then he's got kind of a happy face.
Oh yeah.
Got those, and then he wanted like a kind of like a special Viper helmet for Mercer, so I did this.
Oh, that's good.
And that gold turned out really nice.
It did.
And I'll tell you,
Ken Stoy says they look great.
thanks, Ken. The gold I used the liquid chrome, the gold, and then I just clear coated it. That's all it was. Jetman, Craniac Studios is where the Uncle Buck came from. The Uncle Buck, the Al Pacino, and the Kurt Russell all came from Craniac Studios. It's the first time I bought from him, and I highly recommend them. Really, really nice quality prints, very crisp lines. Would 10 out of 10 would recommend for sure. Really great.
Patrick, you have a great day too, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you and all
Thanks
your
for being here,
support.
Pat. Appreciate your support, buddy. Thank you. And then I had a couple of Punisher heads that I haven't painted. I just had them for a while. When you painted the female head, did it change the skin tone to body? The skin tone is a little different. It's paler, actually, but similar to how it would be if she applied makeup to her face. So I don't think there's anything wrong. It's a pretty pale body, I will tell you. Very pale. In fact, we can look at that. So
is that what that's that full kit right there, right? That you get in the box?
Correct. So here's one of her torso overlays. And the light really just kind of washes it out. It's a pretty minute difference. Like I said, if she had put foundation on her head, or on her face, like girls do, the difference would be about the same. Jim Largo.
Yes, he does, Largo. Yes, he does.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
You were showing those heads. I did want to tell everybody Don Man Studios this month has some great kits to print.
Oh, that's awesome.
A couple of really good heads and some helmets and stuff. So if you guys ever check him out, there's some new stuff this month. It's great. His
nice.
If you do like look for stuff that's I would say pop culture related. He does GI Joe stuff, but he also does other stuff, Marvel stuff, things like that. If you do join his Patreon, I think it's $15 a month, and you get to vote on what he does next. He gives you a whole slew of them to pick from, and then he always does bonus stuff for that $15. You get several heads and kits, STL files for your print. So it's definitely worth it if you look into that kind of stuff. And for $15 a month, that's what it would cost you. That's what it would cost you to buy a head and have it shipped to you anyway. So
sure.
And if you find one you like, Mikey usually has me print them out. It saves you from even having to be the middleman. We can get it printed, and I can give it to Mikey, and he'll paint it up. Dan, it's two things. Okay, it is really difficult to UV protect clear plastic at a decent price. Now with toys, they've got it kind of figured out, the right kind of plastic that'll last a long time, thanks to the automotive industry and all the the nice thing about doing work like this is that if you're doing something in an industry that uses it all the time, that does trickle down to you, just like the 1K clear that I showed. That's just something people wanted, and as clear coats have gotten better and better, they finally found a way to put it in an aerosol can and have the same, not the same, but very similar properties to a catalyzed clear, which if you want a hard clear coat, the best thing to do is to buy the 2K clear that you can get at O'Reilly's and airbrush it with the, where you put the catalyst in it and it activates it, and it is hard as a rock. It is incredibly durable clear coat, and it's pretty. It sands out nice. With the aerosol, you have to let it dry quite a while, or even if you have a dehydrator, a food dehydrator, you can put it in there and it'll pull the wet out of it a lot quicker. But yeah, so you have the coatings, clear coatings. They yellow. A good example is something that I've used for years is this stuff right here. It's difficult to find. You find it. They've changed the name of it over the years, but this is the good old Pledge. Basically, it's a clear wax. Now, I've had this for about 2 years, and you see just in the bottle, it has yellowed, just in the bottle. It was originally made for like wood floors, so you wouldn't notice it as much on a wood floor. But when you're trying to paint something clear or do something that's actually a clear coat, it really does matter. Um, you can also use this instead of a clear coat on on something you've done, especially if I'm saying that because if you do O-ring figures and you want it to have that factory kind of gloss shine after you've done some sanding and work on the body, this will help fill in the oxidation that happens when you sand on like red or blue. It kind of helps with that. So I've been using it for a long time. I used to use it on aircraft canopies back when people were first 3D printing transparent canopies. It's just a quick way to do it. You can use it for all kinds of things to put a little gloss on it. But yeah, I mean that's something that's been around for years. And the yellow is right here in the bottle. I don't keep this in a dark place either. That would help. But the thing is, if you're making something like this helmet and it's going to go on the shelf, it's going to get the light of the room anyway. And if you use like UV LEDs, like purple or even pure white LEDs, they're going to have the same effect as UV light. Same with this resin. This resin does have UV protectorant in it. I'm just not sure yet how good it is. KUK-O is the company that I use. Their resin, their high clear resin, is kind of considered one of the top resins in 3D printing for transparencies. So that's the one I use. I set the print settings for as tight as I can get them with anti-alias on, so that it smooths the layers out as much as possible. But there's going to be layer lines as the resins get better. The resin has not caught up with the printers, and you also have to think about what to do with what you are going to do with that part. Also remember, and this is something people don't talk about a lot, but I have a Mono X Max, which has a really large print bed, almost a 12-inch wide print bed on a resin printer. It's pretty amazing. But to get that 12K or 14K, which is really a marketing term, but the thing is, you got to think of pixels, right, or squares. So a smaller printer is going to give you a more accurate print on those little squares, right? Because it's smaller. It's 12 or 14K, sure, but it's in this smaller area, so it tightens up those lines. The main place you notice that is even when you do like a nice flat part and you orient it good, orientated on the plate really good. Sometimes you'll still have some lines. You guys that have got the DFW kits, that black resin on the gun, you can still see there's some lines in it that have nothing to do with the layers. It's just how it lights it up. That is so on the big printer, it's trying to take this exact same 12K and make it this big. So you lose some of that print. The big printer is great for big parts. It's great for knocking out 15 sets of feet for the legs, the leg armor. When I did all of the kits, when I printed all of them, I printed them in batches. Like this is a thing of legs, this is a thing of torsos, like that, so that I could knock out 20 kits, right? So the more you do that, it's going to stretch that out a little bit, and that's the accuracy you see. But like I said, this is just one coat of that 1K clear, just one coat, inside and out. I am hoping that helps. Now, I have used the 1K clear on a few other projects that were clear, and they have not yellowed yet. When I was first learning about the high clear resin and the best results to get, people told me use polyurethane. Use the polyurethane paint. It's a little cheaper, and Valspar makes it. Different companies make it. The people that make stain and stuff like that, those guys make it. And I used that. I did that for the one that I brought. I think I brought it to DFW. That has yellowed, but again, that's designed for wood and wood finishes. So a slight yellowing in something that is already a warm tone, you're probably not going to notice that yellowing as much. But on this, I wanted to try something different. I watch a guy on YouTube. I wish I had a link to his page right now, but that's all he does is he tests paints and coatings for model building. And I watched a couple of videos. Most of the time when he paints clear, he uses the 2K. He just goes to a paint shop and buys a quart of it, and that's what he puts in his airbrush. He also uses a food dehydrator to dehydrate, to pull the air or to pull the wetness out of his paint. So he'll do his coatings on plastic spoons to test it out, which I highly recommend. If you're looking at a color or anything like that, you're using spray paint, spray it on a plastic spoon. They're super cheap. They have that concave look, so you can see what it's going to look like on all surfaces, right? And he has a little stand in there that he just uses the trays and sticks those spoons in there, lines them up, puts them in the dehydrator, and then at the end of the show, he'll show you how good the coatings are. But the 8K or the 2K coating is the best clear coat for things like this, especially for model building. So I hope that answers the question. It's really both, Dan. The basic answer is it's both. If the material isn't UV protected, it's going to yellow. If the clear coat has a tendency to yellow, it'll get worse on clear coat or on a clear part. So you just have to kind of experiment, and that's what I'm trying to do so that I can give you guys the best advice. Especially if you're going to be building the astronaut kits, I want you guys to be able to have a fairly clear helmet. For the tutorial, I also did one using Tamiya transparent paint. Their clear coats, the blue and the gray, just to see what it would look like. I did a couple of those. I sanded those a little bit because they're not quite this perfect, but you'll be able to see the results. I really was wanting their yellow to be a little better because I thought kind of a gold, tint on it would look cool, but it didn't come out the way I wanted. So I abandoned that little project. But I did a smoke tint and a blue transparent tint just to see what they look like. The blue transparent one, I like it, so it's probably what I'm going to put on my all black kit that I build for the build up, for the website to show what the kit looks like when it's built, just to show everybody what a black one looks like. I did that kit as an homage to the Fisher Price, the blue guy, the Alpha Star pilot. So I'm going to build one out like that, just to try it out.
Right, like I was saying. Yeah, I did a couple of Punishers here. So this one's been on my shelf for a while, but it's been unpainted. And then I did that one, which I had for a while as well. So still working on the bodies, but a couple cool builds.
Now is that a marble head or is that a resin?
No, those are both resin heads.
That looks really good. That's a really good Punisher head. Very Jim Lee.
Yes.
You're welcome, Dan. You can message me stuff like that too. I'll give you. Mikey and I, the whole thing of this was to be able to share knowledge with everyone, and it's nice to have a couple of, somebody doing the work that I have to do it anyway for the stuff that I'm working on. So I might as well share the results and give you the best possible advice I can. Different environments, different humidity levels where you live obviously affect paint tremendously. So keep that in mind. I may give you some advice and it not come out quite the same for you. Right now, one of the projects in the project room is a project with some chrome paint that I found out about it from Revell, Germany. And I am so excited to do this project, but I got to do it right because it's expensive paint. But from what I have seen in my little spoon test, it's gorgeous. So that project, I think most GI Joe fans might have a pretty good idea what I'm going to do with that. It's large, but I'm excited to do that and show that on an episode at a later time, because that actually, if we can find a chrome paint that is that good that you don't have to put on with a marker, it changes some things. So, Justin Booth.
Good afternoon, JB. What else you got, Dad?
That is the main stuff I wanted to show. I'm just really excited that all the kits have gone out for DFW for you guys. And again, my appreciation for you guys that came to the workshop. What we're going to do next year will be a lot different. We'll have the complete kit ready, and it won't be quite as detailed, quite as much work. You can see by the video I did last week, there's no way we could have done that in an hour, even if we had everything we needed.
No.
So we're going to be working on that.
To be fair, most of the time when there's a kit or something to do at a convention, it's like 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Like a head, a vest, a weapon, maybe a belt.
Yeah. But we're going to work with the DFW team and try to come up with a way to do a really cool workshop. So, I think, and based on what we can work out with them, that's going to determine what we do for that. But that's what I have for a couple of KUK stuff. This week I need to update the website with the sci-fi kit, the Dragonsky kit, the Thunder helmet, and the Astro suit. So that Astro suit will start like a whole thing that we're going to do that is related to that. It's just something kicked around a lot of ideas in my head over the years. And I thought this would be a good way to get what I want done. I would obviously love to have these injection molded and all of that. That is not what I have in my wheelhouse right now. So I will say that anybody that follows Call Sign Longbow, we've got some stuff cooking. The figures are coming along from China. Some other things are going on for Longbow, both in the O-ring and other things. So our prior partnership with Skeletron, still going strong. Skeletron's got some cool stuff coming out here pretty soon. 6-inch figures are going to be ready, hopefully very soon, but we'll see how that goes. There's the 6-inch, and then they have some more stuff. I think they hinted towards some more O-ring product. So, they are doing the Yeti. I think we talked about that already. Mm-hmm. They are doing that figure. Now they have another one in the pipeline I know about, and then a little later on some more stuff. So that stuff's all moving along really well. I'm still hoping that we have the next 6 figures ready by the end of the year, so that we can be selling those Call Sign Longbow O-ring figures. But that's my update there.
Nice.
First female figure is being developed. She's a beauty. She's in the comic book. Her Stinger is her name. She's their kind of Scarlet type, kind of a combination between Scarlet and Lady J. She's their intelligence officer. So that's going on. Obviously, I haven't done anything with this room behind me yet, except put up the posters. So I need to get my work areas set up so that I can do more video and do a lot more stuff for this, and just customizing in general. Mikey's a paint master, so I'm going to try to do some tutorials on things that aren't necessarily paint. But Mikey is an airbrush master. I'm a rattle can guy, so I'm going to probably do some stuff, especially on these Astro suit kits, kind of showing how the rattle can method works. So if you buy one yourself, you can see that it's really not that difficult, and it's a little extra work to lay some paint down. But I really recommend on all these kits, on any kit that we sell, to put some kind of coating on it. Because because the resin will break down under UV light over time. There's really not much you can do about that.
Sure.
So if you coat it with something, we used to even have that problem when I built silicone molds all the time. You use it 50 times, and then you let it set for a little bit, then use it again. It starts, the two sides of it will start to kind of warp in different directions. So what you do with that, what you do with the mold, is you go ahead and fill a part in it and leave it all put together.
Yeah. So. What's up, Dave?
Hey, man. Oh, I was gonna ask, anybody getting trench vipers? They decided to ship those out of nowhere.
I did see that those were shipping out.
That was no notification or anything, just a PayPal notice.
I haven't seen anybody with them in hand, not from this batch. I mean, I saw one at Joe Fest, but that was, I haven't seen anybody get some from the Pulse shipments.
Yeah, I think they charged for them like on Monday or Tuesday, and they still say preparing to ship. It's difficult.
They seem to have a pretty strenuous grasp on charging, delivery, the whole process, really.
Yeah, they send me a DHL delivery notice. You go to DHL and they say we don't have any record for it, but I get a USPS notice that they're waiting on the shipper. So I really try not to be negative about things, but the more this goes on, the more I feel like Pulse is just a distribution center and just happens to get a few exclusives. And I feel like, and this is, everybody can take this as they want, but if you can order it from Amazon, just order it from Amazon, pre-order it from Amazon.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone there.
Oh yeah, Fusion's great paint.
I have had some bad luck with Fusion.
Let me rephrase. Fusion is great paint if you're using vintage plastic or putting it on 3D prints. But even that you got to watch because people use different resins. It doesn't work as great with the water washable resins. It doesn't have the same. There's a slight with the Fusion paint. There is a slight chemical bond, and it will not make that chemical bond with water-based resins.
Huh. I'll be damned.
Oh, really? You got charged for the snake eyes and the polar bear? That's it's so random how they decide what to ship and when.
It is. It is random. I mean, people are still waiting on Rattlers, and we're dropping other shit. It's just very strange. Strange.
Grant Slayer, are you doing any prep work at all, or are you just cleaning the plastic and painting right on it? I'm curious. I'm going to need to build a white one. I have found some luck with that too. I find the Fusion paint works really good, like when you're like repainting vintage stuff. I feel like it works really well for that. Okay, so no sand prep or anything. Okay, I'm gonna give that a shot. Ha! Literally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my white one. Okay, so I think that answers everybody so far.
Yeah.
My favorite paint really to lay down is Tamiya for painting stuff, just because of their colors, color selection, and I can get close to military colors with that, but Mikey turned me on to that Montana black stuff, and I feel like I'm probably going to go down to the rail yard and tag a trailer out there.
They're great for that.
I mean, that's what it was originally designed for, right? Was for tags.
Yes.
So, but it sticks to a lot of different things, and they have so many 48 colors. Is that what it is now?
Oh, there's got to be more than 48.
Hmm.
There's got to be more than 48. That list they have is intense. Usually I hit it with a quadruple lot steel wool, wipe it on. That's usually my go-to.
That's your scuff.
Mm-hmm.
Steel wool. Classic.
Very, very. I like it. I can just hit it with the air gun, wipe it down with alcohol. No problem. Problem yok, as the Turks would say.
All right, man. I'm gonna check it out. I'm curious.
Nice.
I really want to see what you painted hot pink, but
Mine needed to go with his Vanguard. You know, maybe he couldn't get a Vanguard, so he went with a Stinger.
maybe.
Cheaper. I mean, they were like $70.
Maybe Gridiron will do one, a pink one.
A pink Stinger kit.
No, the what is their that badass vehicle they got? What is that called?
The Phalanx.
Yeah,
Troop carrier. Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is
so cool.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. We're trying to get Mark on the show for Thursdays. We just haven't.
Oh, awesome.
We're working on it.
Awesome.
Speaking of which, next Thursday, I believe we'll have Duarte Studios on.
Oh, cool.
That'll be a fun show. Of course, they're at Toy Tuber Expo right now.
I've seen a lot of reels about that.
I'm sure you have. It's where all the toy tubers are.
I would expect there to be a lot of reels, shorts, and videos from that, since it is all YouTubers.
Yes, the coverage should be extensive.
Yes, it should.
I'm sure it will. Is that how much they are? I didn't even look at the price tag. They had two, but I didn't even look.
That's cool. Are they part of the display?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting another one. I don't know what I would do with it just yet, but
yeah,
really, it's a great vehicle. I wish you could still get Vamps for that price, but that's another thing. We'll have the Stinger kit to turn it into a Action Force
Panther,
and then I'm going to sell those baskets for the back, so you don't have to buy a Vamp to get the basket. So if you do get a Stinger and you want to make a Mark II, which eventually I'm sure they will, or a Tiger Force version, then I will have the basket and the fuel can so that you can put that on the Stinger. You just remove that applique from the back, take it apart, remove that applique, and slide this thing in. Super simple.
Nice and easy.
If you're going to take it apart to paint the body anyway, it's not a big deal.
Makes sense. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's a nice piece. I don't understand why the Stinger doesn't have it, but
well, the original didn't either. But they did that, but didn't put the handlebars back there.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. Is like sometimes they're paying attention, and then sometimes you're like, are you though? I don't.
Yeah,
it's weird to me. I don't have answers for it.
It's silly. Now that Panther conversion does come with a cannon that Mark II Customs designed. It's a really nice piece. I'm not going to sell them outside of the Stinger conversion, but you can still get them from Mark II. Still get those cannons. They're heavy. They're nice. They're just cool. I like them. I like them a lot. But that's just another thing out there because I do want to do a special weapons team version of the Vamp.
Sure. Sure. You gotta wait for your Skeletron pilot set so you can have the proper commander for that special weapons team.
Yeah.
Get your Bob Reekin in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. That is going to be one of the next. That's on the list. I'll probably do that before I do the Chrome project. Is paint and assemble that Stinger. That Montana Black had a perfect yellow for it. So.
It is a nice yellow.
It is. I printed those parts in yellow for that, but if I can't, because yellows are almost transparent right now, nobody's doing a good solid yellow. It's a deep yellow. You're still gonna have to paint the parts to make it work. So I'm trying to decide if it's worth printing more in yellow or better off to do them in a color that's easily primable and paintable.
Mm.
But yeah, I did have one assembled. It's over there in a box now, but yeah, I had it assembled, test fitted everything to make sure it works. One of the things I really dislike about the Vamp and the Stinger and Classified scale is the way the cannon hooks up. It's just a peg. Like it doesn't even have a slot in it to make sure that it doesn't fall off. It's weird.
That is strange.
But hey, I don't know. I've worked in that environment where sometimes you have to do some things that you don't necessarily want to do, or something gets hurried and you don't think about it. But there are some things about the vintage line that are definitely worth not changing, and one of those is how weapon turrets apply to the vehicles with the tab where you turn it, pops on, turn it, pops off, but it holds and it doesn't just fall over. So it seemed like that would have been worth keeping that.
Well, one would think.
GI Jetman says, my law figure, they put a loop for his nightstick, but they didn't give a loop to Mutt for his nightstick.
Huh. I had
Yeah, they didn't. It's weird.
There is no loop on that. Yeah, that display had stingers on the bottom. It had the Omega Red War Machine 2-pack.
That's cool.
On one side, it had J. Jonah Jameson retro card, Rhino, and Sandman retro cards. And then in the middle was the rest of the GI Joe stuff. And they had Law and Order, the Night Force 2-pack, Crystal Ball. I think that was all the GI Joe stuff. I think
they didn't have any small ones, any normal classifieds.
Normal. What do you mean?
Footloose.
No. The only one they had was Crystal Ball. They did have retro carded Cobra Troopers and Firefighters. Yes, thank you.
Oh, that Firefighter is a cool set.
They did have the Firefighters, yeah. And I held him probably the longest. And I was like, this is such
It's just
a nice
cool. I mean,
figure.
it's just cool. There's nothing you need to do to it. You just put it on the shelf. I mean,
It's just a great figure. It's a great figure.
White Vegeta. What other figures did you see on the retro cards?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't that whole wave. Like it wasn't Cobra Commander, Retro Stalker, and Cobra Trooper. I just saw 4 Cobra Troopers, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe Hasbro's shipping army builders. Probably not.
That would be cool.
That would
But
be cool.
especially if they're selling stingers on that same display to have you some cobras to load it up.
Yeah, really get y'all in one hit. Yeah, so I don't know if there's some variation, if there's some other stuff that maybe got picked already, but that was as I saw it.
That's interesting. Most Walmarts around me don't even have a GI Joe Classified spot anymore.
Oh, it's not even in the toy aisle.
Yeah,
It's outside of the toy aisle even. Because that's
pretty
how
cool.
when I went Wednesday, when I went and looked on lunch, there wasn't a spot at all for no Marvel space, no GI Joe space, no McFarlane space. Like there was some Star Wars stuff. That was it. And I was like, well, this is Bush League. But now I'm finding out that Spark Your Collection thing is just like outside of the toy aisle, And so yeah, I was just like wandering around. I was like, holy shit, there it is. There's one. And the other side was like all wrestling, and it was very well stocked.
Yeah.
There was a shitload of that stuff.
Is there Transformers on that too?
Yeah, I think there was Transformers on one of the ends. I think had Transformers.
That's really cool.
It's pretty cool. I mean, all the neglect that Boys Toys has gotten over the last 20 years, like it's kind of cool to see it trying to bring it back a little bit. I don't know. Pretty neat.
Yeah, without a movie or anything to tie it in. I did hear there were Fantastic Four figures on the.
I did see both versions of Johnny Storm. Yes, that is true. I did see those.
Okay.
That's so strange. Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how it was a big separate piece. Which for Walmart, that's a lot. That's a lot of extra work. I can't imagine it's like a temporary thing, but who knows?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's just they'll do it and then take it down just like they would the movie stuff,
You're probably right. You're probably right.
That'd probably be the only way we'd ever get a big GI Joe vehicle available at retail if it was a big cardboard one like they used to do, like the Millennium Falcon and stuff like that, the E-wing fighter and Scout Walker.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Transformers and GI Joe then Marvel Legends. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I mean, I know, as GI Joe guys, we get kind of tired of seeing the other stuff all the time, but just seeing it all together is pretty cool.
It is.
Because Walmart they did split it all out, It's not all the Hasbro stuff isn't necessarily together. You got wrestling over here and maybe a GI Joe here and Marvel's over here, Star Wars maybe on an end cap or on the back wall. It's crazy how they spread them all out.
Yeah, I did see.
It would.
True. I did see some of the Star Wars stuff in the Revenge of the Sith bubble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know they were doing assassin droids. That was pretty cool. I always thought those were pretty badass assassin.
Are they doing that on Revenge cards?
Uh-huh.
Oh, awesome.
That was assassin droids. I want to say there was a 501st clone.
Yeah, I think that is one of them.
And then I don't remember what the other one was.
Cody, isn't it?
Was it Cody? I thought Cody they already.
Cody, Anakin. We saw those when we were traveling, right?
Yeah, but there's like another wave because, like I said, there's assassin droids, and so I don't know. Maybe there was a third one I didn't see or just don't remember. But yeah, I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't know.
That's cool. I'm
It's
glad they
cool to
did
see those
another
the bubbles though. That's
hardly any of the ones that the Star Wars ones they do on a bubble, they hardly ever revisit that series. So it's cool that they've got another series of ROTS. Because they did like the Clone Wars. They picked a couple of weird ones to put in that. And they just killed it. And I would have loved to see a few more. I would really like to have a Rex in that packaging, that's shaped like a clone trooper helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Oof.
Oh.
Damn, man.
I don't know, Jim. I've been doing this a long time, and that happens to me more than I want to say. Like, I never get anything at my Walmart. I'm not going to buy it. I got ROM Space Knight, which I think is probably one of the best figures Marvel has ever done.
I think a lot of people agree with that.
I bought that, and then 1 week after I bought it, there was really one on the peg at my Walmart, and it blew me away to even see it. I didn't even know that was going to be one that would even touch a store, So, but I get that. It happens to me a lot. Get that FOMO, and you never know. You never know, like the crystal ball thing. Like there was so much drama about that popping on and popping off of Walmart. People's orders getting canceled. Mine ended up getting canceled just 2 weeks ago, and then and now they're actually on a store display. It's fun.
Yeah.
I think what's funny about that is we're so used to knowing like everything everybody's going to do and who's going to have what and where. Like for them to surprise us, we're upset about it, but at the same time, it's like it suddenly makes the hunt fun.
Yeah, I mean that is true. It's just like you've figured out the pattern, and now you've figured out this is what you have to do to overcome the pattern, and now it reverts back to how it should have been all along. You're like, why didn't you just do this? Why did you make me refigure out how to fucking collect? Like you made it hard for me. I jumped through the hoops. I end up paying extra, and now you're just going to go back to, oh, okay, we've just bumped up distribution. Yeah, we're just going to carry them in the stores. Like you fucks, God damn it.
Okay, so I'm just thinking about the display. So the 2-packs were both good guy 2-packs, right? Or just one GI Joe 2-pack?
There's just one GI Joe 2-pack because the other one was Law and Order.
Okay, so the only actual GI Joe individual figures were Cobra Troopers,
Retro Cobra Troopers,
Stingers, right?
Yes.
So you got your Cobras, and then 3 GI Joes,
and Crystal Ball.
So yeah, you actually got. That's actually a pretty nice.
You got 3 and 3 technically. There's 3 and 3.
3 and 3. Yeah, because you got a Stinger driver, you got the Stinger. So your Joes are a little outmatched, but not really because you got Beachhead.
Bingo. And Quick Kick comes with 4 swords. So
he does come with 4 swords, so he can make pretty quick work of the Cobra Troopers.
Yeah, basically you use them like Deadpool and Deadpool Wolverine. You just like throw the swords.
I had to rewatch that this week.
It's pretty entertaining, really.
It is. I can watch it over and over just to watch the opening scene, the opening credits.
It's pretty great. Yep.
All right. Okay, I'm not sure who's still here, but I'm going to do a quick recap on the Spaceman kits, the Astro suit. All of them have shipped out except one. We made some upgrades to the last time I showed them. The backpack is larger, and the backpack now holds the gun. And it can go either way. So depending on how you want to display it, it will display on the figure with the battery in it. I just didn't bring a battery to the studio. That's the size and scale of it. So it's twice as big as it was. But I thought that made more sense for the tank on the back and stuff. It just makes it look a little more to this scale. I showed this helmet, which is all I did with this helmet. The one you get in the kit, it's going to look kind of like this. I sprayed this with this stuff right here, Duplicolor 1K. I sprayed the inside of the helmet with one coat and the outside with one coat. You can't probably see it in this light, but there are some defects, so it could probably use a second coat on either one. It's really easy to use. It's got a fan tip type instead of a circle pattern. It's a fan tip for the tip on the thing, so it's just getting inside of it. You just turn it around, you can get the inside really good. I am going to do a tutorial on using the sanding pads that I bought on Amazon to do it the polish way, which takes way longer, but it's pretty. So it's good. It's decent resin. So that is the update on that. Oh, the hose, the ones I showed in the first video, they were one long piece. Now it's cut into 4 pieces, so you can just plug them into the back, and you don't have to have it all assembled before you go. You just slide it into there, slide it in the. Get this to where it's actually showing here. I still would recommend gluing it here and then running it everywhere, but you can do that either way. But this way it'll give you plenty of room to pose the arms any way you want them. So that's the update on those kits. And if, as I mentioned earlier, White Vegeta said the civilian firefighter is also in that. So
yes,
it's an even mix.
He could be either way. Whatever you put him in. He could work in Springfield. That could be.
He could be a Springfield firefighter. I did say in the beginning, if you did not get a notification and a tracking number from me, if you're one of the DFW project participants, message me on Facebook or email me at force28x@gmail.com. Just email me. I will send you your tracking number. They all went out. Almost all of them went out Friday, but one went out Saturday. And that is morning, Jacob. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't know. I know the people viewing has changed back and forth. I just wanted to give one quick update. But please let me know. I'd like to have a lot of people. We left addresses. I was not able to get everyone's email address. Several of you messaged me or Mikey separate. Anybody that messaged us separate or talked to us outside of this show or anywhere else, all of you, I've sent you your tracking. When you get it, it'll have a picture of what the kit should have in it. It'll be this green kit that I showed on the last couple of KUK-Os, but it's the parts, so it'll show you what parts you should be getting.
Nice.
So that is, I just want to recap for anybody that switched out, and if anybody's doing the replay, they can see it, even if they just catch the end. But super proud of these. I'm going to build the light gray ones. Dave's will probably be that beautiful red clay color that I showed. This will probably start out that color. And if you surely want a gray one instead, I'll just send that instead to Mikey. I'll get that to Mikey instead. So, Mikey, I think I need to get you some of the new backpacks, don't I?
I do need some backpacks, yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll arrange that exchange.
And your new helmets.
You have new helmets.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones I brought you are the new ones with the without the bad spot in the top.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
It's not bad. It's just it takes a little more sanding, and it's a little harder to get down in the middle of that bubble. So we moved that to the back side where it's real easy. Your finger will sand that really easy. And did I give you the blue head, the dark blue head for Jacob?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Morning, Cliff. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Morning, Cliff. I thought I had it in one of these drawers, but I guess I don't. So it's in a box. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that.
Dave said he did want the red clay, so
Boom.
that would be easy to put together for you. I'll bring those on the next trip up.
Cool. And Dave, you're not needing me to do any paint to that, right? You just this broad. That's all you need.
Oh man, what was that?
And Dave, this is Dave's driver chick. He had me paint the head.
Slick.
His custom, and then of course Dave himself.
Of course.
So sweet, awesome. All right, cool. So he'll bring me that stuff, and I'll send it all out to you, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, she looks really good. She looks really good. Yep. Oh, he dropped out again. Well, hello everybody. Anyways, we'll take off. Give Tony 20 minutes or so to get ready for his stream. It's not live, but it is a premiere, so you'll want to watch it because I think there's going to be some stuff going down. I think Tone Bone not happy with how the last match went. So if you're not doing anything, you like the wrestling, get over to Legend Series, check out that stream. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for joining us. Spend your Sunday morning with a couple of kooks. Appreciate you. I love you. Until I see you again. You have a good one, okay?
Game over, man. It's game over.
Eat my short.
Go fuck yourself. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Flush that turd down the drain. Avenge me! Avenge me!
Thank you. Thank you.